There's something.
That's right.
It's like you're an island over there. It's weird.
All right, Park Board. Good afternoon. It is time to call together this important meeting of the Spokane Park Board on Thursday, March 13th, 2025. And Sarah, I think you have the role. I just wanted to comment on what a full park board we have today. And it's wonderful to see everybody. And welcome, Lindsay Shaw. It's great to have you on board. So are there any additions or deletions to the agenda? I am going to make a little change in the order of things. In case there's any public comment on the issue of the pavilion naming, I would like to move that to the Riverfront Park Committee report after Jonathan Moog does his presentation, so that in case there might be any information that presentation would answer, any questions that would answer, we're going to just move that down to that section. Is there any public comment that doesn't have to do with the pavilion? Hearing none, I guess we will move forward then. Thank you. Park Board members, you have on your consent agenda, I believe, 10 items. Yes. Is there any Park Board member who would like an item removed for discussion? No. Hearing none, I will move that the consent agenda be adopted as presented. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Thank you, Kevin. Anything further? All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? All right, great. We have no special guests today, other than the individuals around the naming right. So, Rich, you're coming up quickly.
Thank you. Good afternoon, Park Board.
Afternoon, Rich.
Thank you very much.
The mustache is your second special.
Is that it? Yeah. I'm just excited to see how many people came for the financials today. That's why they're here, I'm assuming.
That's right.
Okay, so we got two sets of financials today, and they will both be pretty quick. We hit this all pretty hard in Finance Committee, so just kind of a couple bullet points on each. So I'll start with year-end 24. And just a reminder, so we did look at the year-end in December, but we have that mysterious 13th month, which is primarily just expenses that come in late, clear out the invoices, and it's primarily a little bit of revenue, but mainly expenses to close out the year. So this is our year-end financials for parks. The 13th month, so we had a net loss about $850,000. That's a little bit higher than a typical 13th month, but that was all by intent. The $519,000 transfer to capital was the biggest portion of that, just that we kind of held that as a reserve through the year and made small installments of that. And so we made our last installment to capital during the 13th month. And then I noted on there a portion of that was for the prior period Merkle turf payment of about $119,000. I think that second bullet point there, I think that's one that everyone on the park board and all park staff should take a lot of pride in. So for the year, parks earned 99.8% of revenues that were budgeted and spent 99.5% of budgeted expenses. So we're hoping that precision doesn't become the new benchmark of what you're looking for, because that's really hitting it on the head. So for the year end 2024, revenues exceeded expenses by $70,000. So pretty much a flat budget, which was what the plan was. We'll look real quick at golf. Obviously not a lot of golf going on for year end, especially 13th month. Golf had a net loss of $850,000. Nope, sorry, I was off the slide there. That's okay. Golf was a net loss of $740,000. A lot of that is in wages, benefits. We had a couple extra days this year, and then contracts and services and capital, with a lot of that being the downriver cart path work. As those invoices came in a little bit later, we paid those in the 13th month. And then second bullet point there for 2024, so golf earned 112% of budgeted revenues, spent 118% of budget expenses. So depending on how you want to look at it, excluding the facility improvement fee and debt payments, the expenses exceeded revenues by about $50,000. If you include both of those in the calculation, revenues exceeded expenses by just under $200,000. So right on budget, and they had over $1 million in capital outlay back to course work and some bunker work and cart paths. So a good give back to the golfers for a great golf year. Any questions on 24 before we look at year-to-date 25? All right. did want to pause on this first slide, though. I did make a promise to Barb. There'd be a new look every year. This is the new look, new image. Okay?
Very lovely.
Okay. Okay, thank you. Now you can go ahead to the next one. Okay, so for February, had a net loss of $160,000. We did talk in pretty good detail at Finance Committee. Normally February is a net positive month. You can see on there last year, February was about a positive 500,000. There's a lot of timing variances in that, so we are actually tracking well to budget. There are, I kind of know the main three on there. We have our interfund charges. Those are kind of at the discretion of the charges, pulling those funds from our expenses. Last year, a lot of those came in February or in March. This year, they came in February, so we're a little bit ahead of schedule there. The other one, which is on us, is there's a $500,000 transfer from sewer to parks for use of all of our CSO tanks. Last year, that happened a month earlier, so we'll see that in March financials, that we see that revenue. And then we've talked about the reinstatement, kind of the letter from the park board about our 8% general fund transfer. That $180,000 that was shorted has been reinstated, but that was on Monday, so that will also show on March's financials. So a lot of timing variances that make it look like it's a little worse than it is, but really tracking pretty well to budget. So year-to-date revenues exceed expenses by $775,000 through February. And then just a real quick look at golf. Obviously, no golf activity going through February, but we do have our preseason pass sales. So that's probably really the only thing to call out on here. If you're looking at revenues compared to prior year, those preseason sales were about half of what they were last year. Last year, we did give an incentive to buy early, and this year they were not. They were at the regular price. So I know Mark plans on selling just as many as we did last year, but at the regular price. So really no concern there. And year-to-date golf expenses are ahead of revenues by about $235,000, which is very typical for this year until we start to get that revenue coming in. But we do have 3 of the 4 courses open now, so we can get out there and golf and get the revenue coming in. That is everything. Any questions or comments?
No.
Looks good.
Except golf is always great.
Yeah.
Which is wonderful,
Yeah, I think they're up to 190,000 start already, I heard.
especially with the weather we've had.
Yeah.
Thanks, Rich.
Yeah, thank you all.
Great. Thank you, Rich. All right, special discussion items. Mr. Jones. This will be a Parks Levy and Partnership update.
Oh, fancy.
I have to, Jerry. All right, well, thank you for the opportunity today, just to give you a brief update of where we're at with the launch of our Together Spokane initiative with Spokane Public Schools. Just to keep in mind, too, so in your packets, as a refresher, you have the booklet that has all 200 projects that you can use the QR code to receive more information on, and then also the full program for just the park levy portion as well. So if you have any questions, just let me know. And you can go to the next slide. And I'm going to hit these pretty quickly, but I want to hit on some of the guiding principles again of kind of that North Star for us as a community as we've been working on this initiative. And really for us, it starts at the promoting the healthy and active community. And this really starts at the neighborhood level. When we have an active, healthy neighborhood, that creates a vibrant and healthy city. And a part of this initiative, you'll see it touches every single neighborhood, every single park, every single school. It also responds to the stakeholder input from both sides of SPS and the parks, of listening to what was in that basis of our master plan and continuing to focus on that, continuing to focus on the public input rather than us assuming what the public wants, listening to the public. And then the big piece to both these is acting on that, rather than just sitting on a plan of coming up with an implementation plan like you see in front of us is something that we strive for. Also, really, that we heard loud and clear again from the public is we want government to work together. As the two biggest agencies that own the most land within the city of Spokane work together, find those efficiencies. It doesn't matter who takes the ultimate credit, who has the ultimate control. It's a public asset. How do we get the public to use these assets and take away some of those barriers? And then to position us as the city of choice, so where we want to live, recreate, have education, and stay here in the city of Spokane, and also attract some of those larger tournaments and larger destinations within the city of Spokane. So there is no reason why Spokane cannot be that destination. So really, it is 2 different ballot initiatives, but 1 vision, and we'll just hit on a couple of those. So here you see the map again. So in the original 2024 bond for SPS, those are the blue dots. The green dots are what was included into our levy. And then doing this together, we can add 30 projects that you see in that burnt orange, yellow dots. And so we're just going to go through the list of the featured ones and kind of tell you what tweaks have been made through this process. Next slide. And a part of this efficiencies of just working together is if we wanted to go separately, it would be 31 cents per thousand that you see on the left. By going together now, it's 29 cents per thousand. So this is what the original amount of just the parks levy was, what we're looking at of putting on the ballot. Now we can do the 30 additional projects plus the schools and all the parks projects and maintenance obligations that we promised a part of that 29 cents per thousand. So just real quickly on the joint projects. Again, in our master plan, this really kind of hit that second tier. So remember, when we were looking and analyzing what we were going to put in our original levy ask is really focusing on that first tier projects. Now these feature projects really start getting into those second tier priorities that the residents told us. One is around the all-weather lit fields. It really expands again on that evening and off-season hours. With the peak demands that we see in the spring and fall, weather's unpredictable. Light is an issue, and we want to be able to expand that capacity. You go into Northeast Spokane, we have the Marshallese community that's trying to use a soccer field or a football field at 10 p.m. at night with no lights, no resources, no infrastructure. We want to be able to fix that. Merkel, it's being able to double the capacity at the Merkel complex. So this would be at the site of the existing, where the old Joe Albee Stadium was. So it's expanding on that model to create this campus atmosphere, and so that would be expanding on doubling the field amount of all-weather fields, baseball fields in the corners, lacrosse lines, soccer, football. It really takes us to that regional and national tournament. Again, we want the tournaments to happen here in Spokane. It's a huge financial barrier for families that want to be a part of these active recreational activities. But on a given weekend, it could be up to $1,000 a weekend, even when you're traveling to Tri-Cities, Moses Lake, Wenatchee. There's no reason why we can't have this in Spokane. The other two is looking at efficiencies of finding those kind of like uses. And when we have other partners that are looking at building like facilities in other locations, we want to be able to combine those resources. And so that's what the Ferris High School Sports Complex does for us, working with our partners. And then also with the model of the school district of getting kids outside. Traditionally having field trips twice a year, we want field trips twice a month, and start taking away those barriers around public transportation, STA, utilizing our parks for that educational experience. And so molding in outdoor learning centers are part of that. And then a big policy shift for us is making sure that every school ground becomes a public park after hours and on the weekends. There's many existing schools in our system that are locked during school, after school, on the weekends, and these are assets that we want to shift and make sure that the public has accessibility to. As far as the indoor recreational facility, we're seeing, again, huge demand. If you see some of the emails, huge demand on indoor court sports, whether that is volleyball, basketball, pickleball, when we're seeing numbers from the youth and adults skyrocket. And so this is a combination of utilizing school assets and park assets and creating an indoor rec center that would be a 5-court rec center that would be jointly programmed, joint parking lots, updates to the Franklin Park sports complex, and then partnering with the Boys and Girls Club. The indoor pool at SCC. So this expands on swim lessons, lap swims, therapeutic and sensory recreational activities to give access to youth with autism. That's the #1 leading death of youth with autism is drowning. We want to be able to provide those assets. Bringing second graders in for swim lessons, so that's a part of now your curriculum of when you're going to school, and then also high school swim as well. Shadle Park, and partnering with USTA of covering the Shadle Park existing tennis courts and expanding those tennis courts to really put this area within the city on the map as an economic boost, giving us year-round programming around tennis, tournaments, regional tournaments, state tournaments. And then also giving access to the high school auditoriums so the public has more use for those as well. Others on the programming side, I think a big plus that we're seeing as far as this new trades high school, not only does this give kids the opportunity in a non-traditional setting to get into the workforce and get in on a more hands-on experience, but also helps us as a city as we're seeing these type of trade jobs deteriorate as far as the interest. And we have the need, we need that qualification, and this is a great conduit for us to get these kids right out of high school and get them placed into a job. Also partnering with the Museum of Arts and Culture around a joint storage facility that would expand access to the current museum to really unbox the local cultural and historical history that we have at the MAC and getting that in front of the public so we're able to experience that. Also improved early learning, start taking away some of those barriers around after school, during the day school programming for 4-year-olds and beyond to give them access for early learning. And then also, again, to the initiative, every kid every day has an opportunity after school to be a part of a program or an activity. And then some other ones as well is coordinated special commission park ranger programs. As we mentioned before, when we start from a policy perspective of opening up school grounds and as parks after hours and on the weekends is a combination of bringing even more resources to our park ranger program. So now we can have joint proactive patrols across the city. Coordinated grounds and maintenance, same thing. Shadle Park's a great example. We have 2 sets of mowers from 2 separate entities going to the same location with imaginary line. Being able to combine those resources and efficiencies then adds more time and man hours at these locations so we can focus on the detail work that needs to happen. Shared online public facility scheduling. Public does not care whether it's a school field or a parks field. We want to be able to have the transparency, so if you need to rent a field or you have a program, it's a one-stop shop that you're able to navigate to see what your options are. And then also around the Latah Park and School Master Planning, again, this is a high need for us for a new park. It's also slated for a future new school, so combining those resources rather than each entity doing their own thing, hiring their own contractor, each designing their own facility, joining to that together creates those efficiencies. All right, now going into the park projects as well. Increase the security as well. So this is, again, expanding our park ranger program to become for more of a district model. So having proactive full-time park rangers that are assigned to certain areas within the city to create those relationships, create those proactive patrols to combat the vandalism and negative activity before it happens in our parks and school grounds. Enhanced daily maintenance, again, this was a huge one for us to be able to respond to vandalism, just daily maintenance, cleaning of restrooms, mowing, that we heard in our master plan was a huge priority, is now giving those resources to our operations to be able to increase that level of service. All our restrooms get replaced and renovated, another huge piece from the public. All our playgrounds as well. 3 new neighborhood parks, North Indian Trail, Meadow Glen, Shiloh Hills. This would be acquiring and developing a new park in a high densely populated area with a lot of diversity that just has a ton of barriers currently with a lack of park space. And then I mentioned the Latah Hangman. So this gets us to that goal of where we want every residence to have a 10-minute walk to a park or an open space. And then 3 major park renovations as well, Minnehaha, Grant, and Harmon. Also 5 trailhead improvements, the outdoor learning centers, just general amenities that we haven't been able to tackle around deferred maintenance of updated lighting, new lighting, parking lots, striping, sidewalks, picnic areas, shelters, roofs. That's able to have a widespread impact across the system. Sports courts, all our 14 sports courts get renovated across the system as well. Water efficiency upgrades, so the manual irrigation systems that we have, the antiquated irrigation systems that we have, all get updated to the latest technology to really not only save water on the conservation side, but also create a better level of service and staffing model for us. And then natural lands management, again, we have 2,000 acres of natural land, zero resources to be able to put back into those natural lands, whether it's acquiring, whether it's restoration, and then whether it's around fuel mitigation risk work that we have when we have that urban interface and a lot of our natural areas butted up against our neighborhoods. So what has changed kind of during this process and this study? Not a lot, but we want to make sure we could point on a couple. Increased funding for Merkle maintenance staff as we see that expansion at Merkle. We want to make sure that we can sustain that from an operational standpoint. We did increase our park rangers on our side, and we also increased operations funding for vandalism repair, graffiti abatement funding, and just cleanup, whether it's illegal dumping, that we are able to respond to these at a quicker pace. Reduced construction funding for Qualchin. Working together, we're able to reduce that amount of that original construction dollar amount. We removed the 3 all-weather fields that we had originally in our levy, and now that's a part of the joint projects. And then we added 3 light infield projects for baseball and softball. So that's a part of the all-regional model, as well as having that all-weather infield lit baseball and softball complexes. So overall, the estimated cost of the program remains the same, but what we originally had in our resolution was 29 cents per thousand. Now we're down to that 27 cents per thousand with this joint effort. And again, I think a lot of this too is around our other partners. So right now we have pledged what we call in this quiet phase about $11 million of partnership dollars of outside organizations into entities that want to be a part of this. And that's, I think, makes us very excited because we're seeing that excitement in the community wanting to be a part of this initiative. And we're going to try just a quick little video that kind of gives a snapshot.
Doug will not be able to hear this, just FYI.
What's that?
Our WebEx viewers won't be able to see.
Okay.
Spokane Parks and Spokane Public Schools are partnering to improve the future of our city's parks, schools, and neighborhoods. Together, Spokane is recommending 2 separate measures for the November 2025 ballot, a levy for parks and a bond for schools. This partnership will align these 2 separate measures, combining resources and sharing public land to get more done in every neighborhood. If Parks and SPS were to work alone, it would cost over 31 cents per $1,000 of assessed home value to accomplish around 170 projects citywide. Together, though, we can accomplish more than 200 projects with a local property tax rate of just 29 cents per $1,000 in the first year. This means if you own a $330,000 home, the proposals together would cost just under $8 per month in 2026. $7.43 of which would go to parks and 55 cents to schools. Together, Spokane addresses infrastructure needs in every neighborhood by renovating and better maintaining our parks and improving school facilities. By sharing resources and planning together, we're maximizing every taxpayer dollar to do more for our community. Learn how we're partnering for a safer, stronger, smarter Spokane at togetherspokane.org.
Perfect. Thank you, Fiona.
Well done.
All right, so timing and next steps. What we'll be doing now is you'll start seeing drafts of the ballot resolutions that will be endorsed by the Park Board and will be approved by the City Council. We'll go through City Council Urban Experience Committee on April 14th as a discussion item. Similar to this presentation, we'll have the resolution for the Park Board at the April Park Board meeting on the 16th. And then the school board at the same time will be taking theirs right around that same time period in April. And then City Council with advance briefing and the advance agenda and the final vote that will be the first meeting in May will be the final vote in front of the City Council. And then, of course, we'd have a whole nother huge presentation just on the community outreach strategy plan that we have between now and November. And a lot of that, too, is really focused around what community events are happening in Spokane and then how we tie the messaging around those, because we could do stories about every single project or program within this. And so we're going to be able to strategize that, get in the community, and tie that to existing events to really maximize that outreach. And then with that too, again, if you haven't had a chance, we're really proud of the work that our communications team has done, the park planning team has done, and the school district as far as the togetherspokane.org that lists every project, has an interactive map, has a tax calculator. You can ask questions, you can be a part of that conversation, because a part of this is being transparent as possible so you know exactly where every dime is going to be invested and you know what that value proposition is for you and your family. So with that, any questions?
Excellent job, Mr. Jones. Thank you. And thank you to everybody who's participated in this process. This is an example of government doing it right, working together to do more for the taxpayers with a really lean utilization of resources. And I think it's a model for the country, frankly. Thank you very much. All right, we have no special action items. We're going to go right into committee reports. Kevin Brownlee, Urban Forestry.
Thank you. Urban Forestry did meet this month. There were 4 on-call pruning contracts in the consent agenda that were a result of that. Unfortunately, that action was overshadowed by the fact that the $6 million that Urban Forestry has received is federal funding that is now frozen. So Urban Forestry is working really hard to get contracts in place, so when that money, or if that money is freed up, they will be able to jump into action with it. But we don't know when that might happen. They are in contact with the grant administrator weekly, so we're hoping to hear good news at some point. But until that time, our next meeting is on April 1st at 4:15 at Finch Arboretum.
Great, thank you. Greta, Land Committee.
Land Committee met on March 5th, and we had 3 action items, all of which appeared on the consent agenda today. And we also had a discussion of an alternative use request. We're getting these fairly regularly now, and they're all very unique in their own ways. And we're having a lot of fun on Land Committee, kind of philosophizing and dreaming up ways that these requests can benefit our parks. The next Land Committee meeting is 3:30 p.m., April 2nd, 2025, at the Finch Arboretum Woodland Center or virtually via WebEx.
Thank you, Greta. Sally, Recreation.
Recreation met also on March 5th, and we had a special presentation by Spokane BMX. This organization is an all-volunteer organization, and we've partnered with them since 2010. The track, if you're not familiar, is located at Dwight Merkel Sports Complex, and the Spokane BMX offers programs for all skill levels. I was quite impressed with how much they offer, including, Beginner League, that is the 7th largest in the United States. The organization is ranked #1 in Washington State and #6 on the West Coast and 15th nationwide. So that's pretty impressive. Last year, the Spokane Sports Commission had hosted the Northwest Gold Cup Finals. It's a 3-day US BMX event that generated a total economic impact here of over $3.8 million. Also, the Spokane BMX invests in a majority of the funds, and they help take care of the property. The Parks and Recs gets a percentage of the revenue. So we don't have to do a lot, but we get some revenue. We like that kind of formula. Also, we had the rec team visit us for our meeting, and it was really nice to meet everyone in person, and they came to introduce themselves to our new committee members. And I got to say, I was quite impressed with how many, if not almost everyone, started as seasonal temp. Do I have that right, Jennifer? Quite a few of them started, 10 years ago, 17 years ago, 40 years ago, and it's like, whoa. So there's just such an impressive group of amazing talent and leaders, and it was nice that they come and share all the things that they do and the passion they have. So I want to thank the team for that. Also, the new spring and summer guide is now out, and it's available in the community. and it should be hitting the mailboxes this week. Also, registration for summer camps and swim lessons opens next week, March 19th.
Thank you very much, Sally.
Oh, and our next meeting is April 2nd,
Very good,
2:15.
very good. Jerry, Riverfront Park. Ready?
We are ready. And it's exciting to see so many people here. This is great. We did meet on the 10th, and we always meet at the Pavilion. It's a great place, I don't know, just to enjoy the outlook. It's kind of hard to stay focused sometimes with all the wonderful things going on. But our focus is something we've been working on for quite a while. And John Moog, our director, is going to be here to present that for us. But I think the main thing is for us to focus on is, and John will share that, and as the rest of us will add to it as well. But why do we need naming rights? Why do we need support? Our parks and Riverfront Park, which is really kind of a question, doesn't have the wherewithal, if you will, with the type of rides and some of the exposure to gain the funds that we need to keep us in tune and growing and extending, because we have a huge piece of property. And that's what really makes the park exciting. Sometimes people will come down, and of course, John and his team are really great at adding so many things for the community, because you all know what our rides are, and they enjoy those very much. But we want to offer the interaction and have a thing for all families and all age kids. And I get to brag about the carousel. Hi, Chris. You knew I would. We have a story time there, and it's for just the little ones. And it's such a special thing. And they're just kind of in a special land when they come in there with the horses and everything that's happening. And it's a time for them. And it is limited because, I mean, we can only serve so many of those little guys at one time. But anyway, John's going to share some things now about the pavilion and what that needs and what the help is that we're looking for. So with that, John, thank you.
Great, thank you, Jerry. John Moog here, Director of Riverfront Spokane, and today I'm presenting the U.S. Pavilion Naming Rights Agreement. So first, before I get started into the details of this contract, I want to just kind of reflect on how do we get here. So I want to take you all the way back to 2014. 2014, we had about 49 community leaders, elected officials, members of park board and staff get together to form the master plan. And that master plan really set the roadmap for us in the next 20 years. And several things were identified in that master plan. First, I'll read it to you actually from the master plan. It says, generate sustainable revenue. And specifically, this bullet says, provide and allow for expanded revenue and funding streams. And I think that's a really important piece. This is a roadmap of where we need to go for 20 years. We're on year 11, believe it or not, on that, really. And we made a lot of progress on this as we went forward. And so as in 2017, or rather in February of 2018, we started seeking sponsors for what is now the Numeric skate ribbon. And we actually executed that agreement in 2019. And so here we are today talking about the pavilion. So let me walk you through the timeline over the last 5 years. Next, please. We started in 2019. In 2019, Park Board, we had 3 touch points with Park Board during this project. The first one really kicked off the project and was direction by Park Board to seek a naming rights partner is through a resolution. And after that, we kind of got started on the project. We took a little bit of a delay when we hit COVID, and we had to kind of reassess what we're going to do. In 2022, we started back up again, and staff went out with an RFP to try to select a new partner. We had that RFP posted for about a year, and we released it once. We were not successful with the RFP, and we started looking for different options. And this brings me to my second touch point. So we brought a contract to Park Board with the Superlative Group. And the Superlative Group specializes in sponsorships and naming rights, and they had previously evaluated the capacity of the pavilion and helped us provide guidance through our own RFP process. Once the agreement was approved, they started really working hard to look for potential partners for the pavilion. In August of 2024, we consolidated both our RFP process and the superlative process to one process, partly because through the RFP process, we learned that we were unable to negotiate any agreement that we received. It wasn't in the best interest of the city or the taxpayers at that point, and our interest was best aligned with Superlative Group. And then in around December of 2024, we ended in negotiations with a potential sponsor, which we'll talk about those terms next. And then I had our final touch point with you in February, where we identified 4 potential naming options. And through that informal poll and the consensus, I'm bringing the results of that to you today. All right, next, please. We had an extensive outreach process during the 5 years. So this is what you see here on the screen is just a summary of that process. We had over 5 press releases that went out. We had 3 Gazette notifications. If you're not aware of what a Gazette notification is, every time we do a procurement, Procurement Department sends out a Gazette notification. It also comes out as part of council's notifications, and it's considered public notification, so we counted it here. We took out 1 business journal ad. You can see that actually the graphic here on the screen is a representation of that ad, as well as we also had it in LinkedIn as well. We had 13 news outlet stories, several of which were on the Spokesman Review, talking about this as a possibility. When Superlative Group arrived on the scene, we referred 103 referrals to them to evaluate. And we also had 18 interested parties at that time when we first started the RFP process. So we had a broad outreach, and we believe the public was thoroughly notified about this opportunity. Next, please. The agreement summary. So here are the top deal points of the agreement. We envision this to be, it's a 10-year agreement with a 5-year extension. The first year compensation will be $230,000. It will have a 3% escalator per year. So the 10-year value of this agreement is about $2.6 million over those 10 years. Obviously, if the 5 extra years are extended, the agreement will be of a higher value, but we're only counting the first 10. $50,000 activation contribution. This is a payment that is held, it's not paid to the city, but it's held in reserve by the partner. And the partner wants to actively promote and activate the pavilion to the community. Several things which you can expect would be specifically highlighted around, I want to be very specific. It's actually going to be in my last slide, so I'm going to skip forward here really quick. So specifically, they're going to highlight around educational, entertainment, and cultural programs. One program in particular we're talking is a possible concert for the community, which would be free. But of course, this is a 10-year agreement. So you're going to see a lot of different activations over these 10 years. And this is $50,000 per year. And this is a new investment into the park. This is not city money. And this is going to be a great addition to what the community can expect at the pavilion. Also, I want to address the signs really quick. That's fine, Sarah. So I get a lot of questions on what the sign package might look like. The signs are going to be, we're limited to amount of square footage in a sign by 675 square feet. And then that's actually determined by code. Because the pavilion is a round building, creates some difficulty in determining which wall you're measuring to gauge that square footage. But in talking with the permitting department, they expect it to be the large cement wall facing east on the pavilion, and that calculates to about 675 square feet of sign space. So they can have one big sign for 675, or they can have very small signs. But what will likely happen is that it's going to be, and there's different locations where they can put them on. Obviously, it's going to be in a location that's not going to be on the net structure or on a white component of the pavilion. It's going to be on the wall facing either the promenade or Washington Street. It cannot face the river per code. Okay, next, please. The next couple slides deal directly with the bullet points within the agreement, which you should all have in your packets in front of you. First, the sponsor will have exclusive naming rights of the pavilion. The pavilion will be called the sponsor full name pavilion. And that's what it'll be called. I'll reveal that at the end of this presentation. They'll have exclusive rights over the financial services category. So just like using Numerica as an example at the skate ribbon, Numerica has exclusive rights as financial services at the skate ribbon. We can't bring in another partner that competes within that field there. So it would apply similarly to the pavilion. They would manage the ribbon cutting, the name release of the pavilion. Their logo and name would be in all the signs, including the wayfinding sign. The payment of the signs would be borne by the sponsor. It would not be at the responsibility of the city, but we would help collaborate and help support them in that process. We would include the sponsor's name in all social and digital media. Obviously, impressions are what makes this relationship valuable. We want to make sure that they achieve that goal and that recognition. They'll get 100 complimentary attraction tickets, and they'll get 8 tickets to pavilion concerts, every concert in each summer. Next, please. A couple other items. They'll have one VIP and hospitality event for 30 people annually. With a food credit of $750. This is pretty standard, and it will probably be a match to a concert or another major event within the park. They'll be able to rent the pavilion, which makes sense, and we'll waive the fee for that. We'll have 10 promotional activations annually. This can be at different events. It could be at like our spring market, for example. They'll have different activation opportunities. Installation of one ATM. And then collaboration on multiple other events. We want to have a collaborative relationship with this partner. We want to create and execute new activations and programs. We want to bring in new things to the park, and we think and we believe this partner will help us. Next. So what is the impact to Riverfront Park? The net on this agreement, minus the commission from the superlative group, it's going to be $190,000 per year, plus a 3% escalation. So that's what it's going to be. Where this money goes will directly support free and low-cost programming and activations in the park. Right now, our community engagement program, which is set up to support just that, and it's also referenced in our master plan. Specifically, there's 2 main bullets in the master plan that address this. One, they envisioned, I say they because I was not here with the park when this was developed, they envisioned that the park becomes a destination for all, accommodating all income levels, age groups, tourists, and residents. They also offer a variety of programming experiences at little to no cost to appeal to families and individuals across socioeconomic spectrums. All those are important here because the previous line I read about sustainable revenue and that line are almost back to back. The vision was that we create revenue opportunities that support low cost activations. So our community engagement subsidy right now is about $85,000 to $150,000 per year. Costs are going up. It's expensive to provide programming. This is going to stabilize that program for the next 10 to 15 years. And it's a really good opportunity. It allows us to continue to provide that programming to the community and honor the master plan. In addition to that, the $50,000 offered by the sponsor is going to be an additional infusion of activation and promotions into the pavilion. So that's on top of that. So what we'll see is additional activations. Obviously, I can't tell you what the program's going to look like for the next 10 to 15 years. But this sets us up on a roadmap to get there and have vivid activations and create vitality in our park, to activate the park, but also downtown. And I think that's what we're here to do. With that, that is all I have to share with you today. I'm happy to take questions if there are any.
Did you say that we should have a copy of your slides or?
Not the slides, but the contract itself.
Okay. I don't know if I have that.
It might be in your email, if your email's been set up yet. I know you're very new, so,
Yeah. I don't think that it is.
okay. We'll make sure you get a copy.
Okay.
All right. Anything else? All right, we do have some public comment. We have Mr. Chris Wright.
Good afternoon, Park Board members. It's very good to see some of my old former seatmates on the left side of
It's
the
good to
dais
see
here.
you too, Chris.
My name is Chris Wright. I'm a resident of Spokane. I have to start out by saying I'm not here in any official capacity on behalf of the city. So I'm here on my personal time. I've taken time off today to be here today. And my views should not be construed as the views of any of those 7 elected people that I work for. So I'm here to support your approval of this contract. I think it's a good idea. Now, as a Park Board member from 2009 to 2019, I know how hard this board works. I know the many issues you confront. I know the level of detail you have to pay attention to on all these issues, and I certainly understand the finances of the park system. The one thing about parks is that the public has rewarded parks every time it's gone out and asked for money. And that public support has been deserved because Parks has always thought out its ideas in detail, planned, come up with good plans, and got the public behind them. You have a levy coming out this fall. It's a good idea. It's well thought out. It's good stewardship. This agreement is good stewardship. You need to maximize your economic opportunities, and the pavilion has been an unrealized economic opportunity for many, many years. I encourage you to adopt this contract and to move forward with it. Thank you.
Thank you, Chris, and it's good to see you again.
Thanks, Chris.
Any other public comment? All right, I would ask you to entertain a motion, and then we'll have discussion as a part of that motion.
I would be happy to. All right, Riverfront Park met on the 10th, which is a Monday. And of course, we went over everything that John has presented, probably in more detail, because it's so important for us to really understand what it all entails. And of course, I have my own responsive remarks, but I'm going to table those for now. So with that, I would like to make the motion to approve the naming rights agreement with title sponsor and rename the Spokane Pavilion to the title sponsor pavilion.
Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you, Jonathan. Although, now, I want to have discussion, and I, of course, have something to say, as you knew I would, but I want to hear from you all first. Any Park Board members want to open the discussion? All right, Lindsay, atta girl.
Hi. I am very green to this board, but I am not green to our parks. And I really feel like our parks belong to our community, and it feels wrong in my heart to sell the pavilion. I understand financial needs. And I think that the pavilion used to make some pretty good revenue with petting zoos and rides and ice skating. I'm not sure, I wasn't on the financial side at those times, but I just know that from a public perspective, there was a lot of opportunity to bring people into the pavilion. As a community member who has tried to activate my local park, I know the barriers that come up with insurance and fees to have events. It would be really, I feel like there's maybe more opportunities to explore of selling before we think about just selling like the iconic image of Spokane as the pavilion and the light, you know, the clock tower. I feel like that's a huge, huge giveaway for $2 million is a lot of money, but 10 years is a long time. And what does that say for us as a city? I guess I just feel conflict in my heart. And as I'm new, I think that there are other ways maybe that we could make revenue to explore. But again, I'm green to this board and to all the things. But I actually went on to get by my family and I season passes to the park on my phone, and for some reason that app was not taking my money. So I feel like there are other ways for us to make revenue for Riverfront Park, and I don't want it to see it going anywhere, and I don't want anyone to think that I'm not supportive of our parks. I certainly am, and I love the idea of more people coming downtown and into our park, but I don't feel right selling the park.
I have some answers for you, but I want to hear from other park board members first. Go ahead.
Doug Kelly here.
Doug. Hello, Doug. Nice to see you up on the screen.
Hi there, out in the world. I would have a different perspective when I look at things like the skate ribbon, the Sky Ride, the Opera House, even the Fox Theater, all have sponsorships, and yet we still refer to them in their generic name for the most part. I believe this would be the same circumstance with the pavilion. It is still the pavilion. I see this as a wonderful partnership, especially with the ability to activate additional future events to bring more people in, and I am fully supportive of the motion.
Okay, other park board members. Bob.
As chair of the Finance Committee since 2018, what's became more evident each year is the slow erosion of revenue compared to operational expenses. Riverfront Park currently has 2 revenue generators, one of them being the carousel and the other one being the Sky Ride. Maintenance itself is so great on these 2 that they really don't generate, they pay for themselves and they have a little additional revenue that goes into the total mix. But there'd be no way that we could increase their prices enough to generate enough to offset, you know, the erosion of our revenues. I know John has, and their staff, they do numerous, free was the key word that John used, or low-cost community events. If we don't get more revenue within Riverfront Park, those will be something that we have to reduce or eliminate. We just can't keep going further in the hole. I'll touch briefly on it at the end of the finance as far as the report there, but the trend has been going for 3 or 4 years that each year our losses become greater than our revenue. So I really am in favor of leasing the naming rights to the U.S. Pavilion. And I use the word lease because sale seems final, and this is a 10-year lease. So anyway, I fully support it. Riverfront definitely needs it. And one of our goals as a park board, we would like to take and make Riverfront Park self-sustaining. So we could take some of the transfer dollars now that are going into Riverfront and distribute them throughout the neighborhood parks and neighborhood communities. they don't have any opportunity to raise their own funds. Riverfront does.
Other park board members?
I do.
I knew you would.
Going out on a limb here a little bit, but for the audience, I'm going to bring up the carousel. And how many of you enjoy the carousel and love that? Yes.
Up in the sound booth, too.
I get to say, and the reason I can speak to this is it was my family's. Charles Loof was my great-grandfather. The Vogel family, of which I'm a part, owned the carousel. The age of the carousel is something that's extremely important for all of us right now. This is the first time that carousel has been in a controlled climate building. The reason it still looks as it does is because, remember, at Natatorium Park, which we owned, that carousel only ran 3 months out of the year. Then we had someone that we hired special that was able to maintain that. It did not have that year-round, constant. You can't even imagine what it takes to keep that up. That does not have a sponsorship. Part of it probably is because I haven't gotten busy to find one. But before I die, I'd better find one, because I am the last of the Vogel and the Loof family for that carousel that the city owns. You all own it. And that's what's so exciting. But we have to take care of that. One of those horses on the outside is worth, right now, within the carousel families, over $80,000. So every time a woman hangs a purse on the ear or on the hoof, I get a little excited. Now, what I mean by worth is the fact that there's a huge group throughout the U.S. that's called the carousel family, if you will. They're the ones that buy and sell these. And this Loof is the greatest one within the Loof carving that exists today. So I am all in favor of a lease for the pavilion. Thank you.
Thank you, Jerry.
I have a comment.
Sally? Oh, and Barb. Okay, Sally?
I'd just like to say that when we first started these discussions, I was not in favor of the naming rights, as it just didn't feel right. However, and I understand the conflict people are having with this, but I like what John and his team have done to seek out a good company, a good sponsor that fits what we want to do ultimately at Riverfront. And what I like most about this is that the ability to finance low-cost programs and make our Riverfront available to everyone. And I think that has been a concern in our community, that it isn't affordable. And so I do think that the sponsor and the programs and the leasing, I like that word, Bob, we aren't selling it. And the other is, we've already been doing this in our community, and those names are, it's still going to be the pavilion. And I would hope that everybody will, we don't really have another choice. We don't have a really good choice to continue allowing our park to grow and be here for our community. We need to put some money in there, and we don't have it. So I think that, John, thank you for all the work you and your team have done for this. Like I say, it didn't sit great with me at the beginning, but in listening to the presentation and digging in, reading comments from people, it's necessary, and I think it will be really, really good for our community.
All right, thank you. Barb?
I was just going to add, we read correspondence, we hear the concerns. I want to thank the media and Superlative for the work that they've done, and the team, to maintain the level of access and the commitment that we do have to our parks, we have to do things differently, and we have to partner with value-added investment. And the partnerships that we have and the collaborative agreements that we have are in alignment with our values. And so I am
Yes.
voting yes.
Yes,
So
thank
thank
you.
you.
Greta, did you want to say anything?
Sure. I'm going to go back to our City of Spokane Parks and Natural Land Master Plan. I was lucky enough to be on the committee that shepherded that planning effort through. And I love that plan because every time one of these decisions comes up that's a little tricky, I go, hey, what does it say in the master plan? and sure enough, the master plan talks about finding a partner to help with the pavilion and with Riverfront Park. And I was also lucky to be on the Riverfront Park Committee when we were working through the renovations. And we have a beautiful new park. And sadly, it takes effort to keep it clean and manicured. And I think this sponsorship will help us to keep the park clean, manicured, and activated.
Thank you. Councilmember Bingle.
Yeah, thank you so much. So I think I've shared my history with parks and my love for parks quite a few times, but being born and raised in the Northeast and not having a lot of money growing up, parks was a real outlet for me, my two brothers, and my sister to be able to get out and have some entertainment. And it was a huge reprieve for my mother, God bless her, as we were able to get out of her hair for a little bit. But having grown up in that situation, I know what it's like to have good parks and especially good programming. And I remember when I was a kid, we used to go to, water parks as a part of what we did. There were always, park attendants that were helping us to play games, and we had sports that were coordinated by, by different coaches that the parks provided, and having that ability to be connected to those kinds of activities at the parks was something that gave us a lot of opportunity that we wouldn't have had, otherwise. And so for me, what this sponsorship does is it takes a community investment and it allows us to leverage that into providing more opportunity for kids who were like me, when I was growing up, and provide free opportunities, and especially in a time where many families are tightening their belts, and the niceties are things that are pushed to the side, and so having more entertainment options and activation options for that pavilion, I think is going to be great for the park, but I think it's going to be really great for the citizens of Spokane and for kids who are looking for something to do. And now that I have 3 little ones myself, we're constantly looking for what are things that we can do that maybe don't cost a ton of money, and so I'm excited for this, because like I said, I think it really is going to leverage the investment and provide more value for the taxpayer that went in. And I don't see this as tainting a Spokane symbol. I see it as amplifying a Spokane symbol, and I'm very excited for what it is. Do love the language that I've heard from everybody here. Love the leasing idea. Love the fact that people are going to be able to use it. It is a company that aligns with our values. It's a company that we're going to be proud of. It's not going to be the Hooters U.S. Pavilion. It's going to be no offense, but yeah. But I think it's yeah. I know.
Oh, that's a great
Sorry,
picture.
Betsy, I didn't mean to embarrass us. No, I think it's going to be a really great partnership for us, and I'm excited for everything that's coming out of it. So
Thank you. Anybody else before I get into this? Okay. One of the things we need to remember about Riverfront Park is one of the reasons it was activated was to keep the core of our city vital. How many downtowns in cities are beginning to rot a bit? We have Riverfront Park, a leftover from Expo, and we've never forgotten Expo. We are not putting the pavilion up for sale. We are letting it be adopted. I think of it as an adoption because we are looking for a partner who, again, as Jonathan says, shares our values. And thank goodness we have found one. Being president, I got to hear ahead of time who it was, and I didn't know much about them, so I Googled them. And I was really pleased to see that this is an organization that provides over $500,000 in scholarships to students. This is an organization that does programming for vets and for police officers. They are really community-minded. Superlative Group could not have found a better partner for us. I'm thrilled. And again, when we put something up for adoption, we put it up for adoption for its care. If you take a look at the grass after Pig Out in the Park, you think it's never going to stand up again. It's just amazing, all the mustard and the hot dogs and everything that's ground into it. It's pretty horrendous, but our staff is wonderful and they managed to bring it back. We also have a precedent. We have the Opera House, which is an expo building, and at first, it's had several names. At first, it was known as the INB, I think that's Inland Northwest Bank, and then now it's First Interstate Center for the Arts. But as Doug said, what do we call it? The Opera House. I worked on the campaign for the Fox to save that building. It's the Martin Wolfson Theater at the Fox, but what do we call it? The Fox. Spokane's not going to forget Expo. It's not going to ever forget. This is our U.S. Pavilion because it's right here. This lives with us. Something we're proud of, something that has put Spokane on the map. And by bringing in a partner, this is what responsible government does. It brings in a partner, maximizes resources, looks for a partner that shares its goals, and we've found one, thanks to Superlative Group. So I am all in favor of this. I think it will underwrite and support programming that will keep it free or very low cost for our families in a time when pocketbooks are going to be really pinched, and this will be so important. I want to give you an illustration. During the Expo 50 celebration, our park department waived fees for the community stage at the pavilion. No fees. The programming was free to get up on that stage. It cost us $95,000 to waive those fees. We still have to pay our maintenance crew. We have to pay people to set up the stage, take down the stage. We have to pay our staff for the extra time that it took to schedule all of that. $95,000 we did not get out of the park. The park does not generate enough funds to support itself. And one of the reasons that we need a levy is that we need to get out in the public, in our neighborhoods, in districts 1 and 3 especially. We have playgrounds that haven't been fixed in years because we don't have enough revenue. We have got to maximize every opportunity to get revenue so that we can get out there and do what we need to do. This is one of those ways. So I'm voting yes. All right. I think we're ready for a motion.
There we go.
All right. Oh, I mean, a second, sorry.
Yeah,
I got
second.
enthused. I was
I
excited.
was going to
All
say,
right.
wait a minute.
Let's call for the question. That is the phrase.
Yes. All right. Call for the question.
All those in favor of the motion as stated signify by saying aye.
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 Opposed? Motion passes unanimously.
Abstain.
John, you have an announcement to make. Oh,
Nope. Lindsay.
you abstained? Okay.
Yes.
All right. Thank you, Lindsay.
Excellent. Thank you so much. I really appreciate the conversation and feedback and the questions and the thought that went into this discussion today. Thank you so much. Before I recognize our partner, I do want to recognize key staff in the room today that this is a 5-year project, and you can imagine working on something for 5 years and then putting it online for a vote is nerve-wracking. And I just want to really recognize staff, Amy Lindsay, Regan Farmer, and Fiona Dixon is here as well, the Marcom team. They did such a great job supporting us, among many others in the room, and so I really want to recognize their amazing support and help during this project. And of course, Superlative is in the room with us today, so I'd like to recognize Sean and his team for their amazing assistance as well.
Can they stand up, please? Come on. We need to know. Okay,
That's Sean.
Come on, Amy.
Amy, stand up. Fiona.
Amy?
Reagan.
Come on.
Stand up. Come on.
Amy and Regan.
Yes.
Excellent. Thank you. And without further ado, it's my pleasure to introduce our newest partner at Riverfront Spokane, Gisa Credit Union. And here today to speak and represent Gisa is Brandon Allison, Associate Vice President of Training, Education, and Community Relations.
He's taking his coat off. He's
There
really
we
getting
go.
ready.
He's coming.
Thank you.
Thanks, John. Oh, wow.
Well, good afternoon. My name is Brandon Allison, Assistant Vice President of Community Impact with Gisa Credit Union. It's my honor to be in front of you today. Gisa Credit Union has been a community-focused credit union since 1953. Now we have 32 branches across the entire Northwest, with our one mission is to make a positive impact in every single community that we serve. But what's unique to us is that it's not just a statement, it is a constant purpose. I am very proud to say that last year, we made an investment of over $4.9 million to our communities. And that's through community relations efforts and financial education. That allowed us to support and attend over 300 different community events and reach over 11,000 community members through financial literacy efforts. Spokane, it's a very important community to us. We have 4 branches here, a 5th on the way in the South Hill area, and we also are really involved in the community already. I love our high school credit union program and affinity debit card program at Central Valley School District. Yes. And we've sponsored a lot of great events. We sponsored Valley Fest, we have sponsored Pig Out in the Park, and of course, Hoop Fest. But we want to be a part of what makes this community great. And the pavilion, it's iconic in Spokane. And we are here to not just support, but grow something that is so important to this community. But at GISA, this partnership isn't just about putting a name on a venue. It's about coming alongside the Parks and Rec team to grow and support a place where people come together. It makes the Spokane community stronger. So it is my absolute honor to partner with the Spokane Pavilion team to not only honor the heritage and legacy of the pavilion, but grow and create new experiences for every single member of this community and honor the legacy that's already been established by the Spokane Pavilion. So with that, on behalf of GISA, we very much look forward to this partnership, and we thank you for your support.
Well, thank you again.
Thank you so much, Brandon. Thank you. I need to end my report.
Yes.
We are going to meet in April, and it will be on the 7th at the Pavilion. Thank you.
Barb, whew, golf
How do you
committee.
follow that? But I think Councilman Bingle, did you have a comment?
I just wanted to say something to GISA if I could. GISA, thank you again for your partnership. Not only that, but thank you for being patient with us as we work through some things as a city, and appreciate your understanding there. So thank you very much. Yeah.
All right, now Barb.
Ready?
Ready.
Okay. So Rich Lentz gave my report already. So financials and so I don't really need to say anything.
Cheating.
Actually, Qualchin is open, Downriver is open, and let's see, who else? Esmeralda's open. Indian Canyon probably won't be open until April-ish, but it's exciting. And we had one of our items in consent, so thank you for that. It was my first meeting that I'm chairing as golf committee chair, so I want to thank the committee for putting up with me and the staff for keeping it all together. I will say the Qualchin Pump House is moving along and progressing well. We were at the golf show, and Fiona gave a really nice report about the golf show. We had the flyovers from all of our courses, and just being out there as brand ambassadors for our golf courses is really important, and being with our community and hearing what their concerns are and what their praises are. We really like the praise. They're working on some cart path improvements at Downriver, so look forward to that. And I just want to close with, we thought we'd have a new point of sale partner, but we're going to put that on hiatus until the fall-ish. So look forward to new technological improvements in the future. And that is the end of my report. Our next meeting is Thursday, April 8th at 8 a.m. at Finch Arboretum, as well as WebEx. Thank you.
Thank you, Barb. Mr. Anderson, Finance Committee.
Finance Committee met March 13th, 2025 at 3 p.m. at the Finch Arboretum. Rich Lentz presented a year-end summary of 2024 and February of 2025 financials. The year-end results are not surprising as they reflect the monthly trend established in 2024, especially evident in Parks' primary revenue-generating departments. Revenue is not keeping up with escalating operational expenses. Operational expenditures increases are often beyond Parks' control. Wages, utility increases, and supplier costs comprise the lion's share of parks expenditures. And significant reductions to these expenditures would also result in corresponding erosion to their related services and programs. It will be critical the board, through Parks, continues to research and develop revenue-generating opportunities that produce revenue in excess of their attached expenditures, as evidenced by what happened tonight. The next finance meeting will be April 8th, 3 p.m. at Finch Arboretum and via WebEx.
Great, thank you, Bob. The Development and Volunteer Committee met yesterday. It meets every other month, and we met at the Finch Arboretum at noon. I want to thank Bob Anderson for starting the meeting for me while I was detained a bit. And this is an opportunity for our friends groups to come together and share information and resources and announcements of what's happening. One of the things that we had was a woman named Heather, who talked about our CDBG funding. This is the Community Development Block Grant funding that is available for specific projects. There are 4 applications that are currently being entertained, assuming the federal funding comes through, and there are ways for the neighborhood to improve its services. One of that was suggested by President of our Citizen Advisory Committee, Lee Williams, who's with Friends of Coeur d'Alene Park. And future possible projects or speakers were Innovia and perhaps a way of some speakers about documenting through photos various park improvements that need to be made and how those improvements are made over time so that the citizens can see what's being done with their tax dollars. Heather Page did a great job talking about the the block grants, and she talked about timelines with respect to those applications. The deadline for those applications is in fact passed, but there will be future ones, we hope. Jeff from Friends of the Bluff talked about the starting of the project, finally, the rocket stairs that they are looking forward to getting done. Parks has been helping with the materials. There's been a grant from the Park Foundation. They are doubling the size of their board. Lindsay, who is now on Park Board, having come from District 1 Parks from the DVC Committee, talked about the Logan Block Party. That will be September 12th. Music Under the Oaks. Cleanup parties that are being very well received. And April being Spokane Gives Month. Everybody see what you can do to clean up your parks and join that effort. Paul from Palisades, Friends of Palisades, talked about their cleanup day, April 19th. They have 720 acres in their park, so it's important that everybody show up as best they can. Bring gloves and grabbers and boots. They're talking about cleaning up that area of the CCC Bridge, which was built in the 1930s. There will be a fall cleanup day as well. And at the end of March, they're going to have a trail building party. They have some of the Inland Northwest Land Conservancy land that has been donated, but given or acquired with the Northwest Corner and Centennial Trail location. And the last Saturday in March, they will be starting some trail building there. So it was a good discussion. We are always entertaining new applications from friends groups like Friends of Comstock Park, who is here today perhaps and is thinking about that. Liz, yes, good, thank you. And would love to have further friends groups join us. The next DVC meeting will be in May, and it will be May 7th. We go every other month at noon, always the Wednesday right before the Park Board meeting. All right. Those are our committee reports. And as president, I wanted to acknowledge Betsy Wilkerson, our council president in the audience, and she left before I could do that. Also, Council Member Lilly, who was there. And Giza, you might want to talk with Lilly. She has a great idea for a kids-friendly program that would be right up your alley. So get in touch with Council Member Lilly about that. I want to say thank you to Hannah. She is beginning to wind down her term on the Park Board, and she has brought intellectual acuity, a brightness of spirit, real energy and positivity. Think about the DVC. We have member-at-large positions there. We don't want to lose you. Let's rope you in some other way. We've really enjoyed having you.
Thank you, and thank you all, the staff and just very sad that this is my last meeting, but I have really loved the past 5 years. And I have learned so much about you guys and parks and just how to be a steward of the resources that we have. I have made really good friends, and I'm not going to be really going too far. You can't get rid of me that easy. I'll be around and hopefully a part of the DVC, and just thank you guys. Really appreciate it.
It's lovely to
You
have
have to
you.
remember Friends of Riverfront Park. Come on.
Right, right. Lots of opportunities. And I want to thank Lindsay. It takes a lot of courage to speak up and perhaps be a slightly dissenting or worried voice. Lindsay, you speak from the heart, and one of the reasons we welcomed you on the park board was because of your heart for parks and your heart for District 1. So don't ever feel abashed about speaking up when you have a concern. Yes, you weren't as familiar with the financials, being literally brand new. She's not even had her orientation yet. But your concerns echoed about the dozen letters that we received, and so it was important for those letters to have a voice on this dais. So never hesitate to speak up about concerns, and we're really glad to have you. So thank you. All right. At this point, I want to turn it over to our liaison. So Conservation Futures, Doug Kelly.
There have been no meetings, so I have no update.
All right. Barb Ritchie, Parks Foundation.
Outstanding. I actually do have a report. They received 31 applications for their grant funding, and they're able to basically serve half of them. So there was about $238,000 of requests, and they were able to give out about $119,000. So that was great news. They awarded their Make a Splash submissions, I guess, if you will, and they were able to fulfill all of them. So that's super cool. They are in a new partnership with the NAACP Spokane chapter and Rogers High School, and they're able to make a splash funds to help pay for lifeguard certification fees for those students. And let's see, they're highlighting and promoting their Greater Spokane Parks Challenge, and it will take place again this year. They're actually inviting Mayor Lisa Brown to participate because she said she wanted to go to every park and see every park. So they're going to challenge her to that. So that should be quite fun. Let's see. Also, they learned about the Together Spokane levy bond like we did today and the updates surrounding that. So it was quite a productive meeting. Their next meeting is Wednesday, April 23rd at 4:15. Thank you.
Thank you, Barb. Councilmember Bakel.
Hey, all right. Excited to be here. All right. So what's happening in City Council last month? First off, we did approve a new park board member. That's right. Happy to have somebody from District 1, and Lindsay's going to be a great advocate for parks in general, but up in District 1 especially, which I'm excited to have. We have a seasonal temp or a former seasonal temp on the city council with Councilmember Dillon. I don't know if anybody knew that, but fun fact, yeah. On the urban experience committee meeting, the ballot measure, the resolution that's coming forward, I just want to remind people you can now testify in committee. And so if anybody is interested, you can come on down. Up to 15 people can testify in committee. And so when the April urban experience meeting comes, feel free to come on down and sign up. I know the chair, he's a good guy, and he'll probably let you speak. And
we just want to see you.
I just want to see you guys. All right. Some meatier items. The land capacity analysis passed on Monday. I'm not entirely sure of the ramifications there. Our city staff is tremendous, and they're really good at what they do. I was torn between that one, but I'm hoping what it doesn't what I'm hoping it doesn't do is cause some challenges for parks, and we're still working through some of that. The height limits ordinance that I've been working on for a couple years is coming forward on March 24th, which would remove height limits throughout anything zoned downtown, which would include Spokane Falls Boulevard. And so that's going to be an interim zoning ordinance, and then that would be placed on the comprehensive plan update plan for next year. And so that's going to be coming forth on the 24th. And then lastly, I am hearing, I have not confirmed yet, but HB 1380 did not make it out of the Rules Committee, which is a positive for us. That means it's likely dead. And I think that's my update.
Thank you.
Yeah.
We appreciate our good relationship with our city council members. Thank you very much.
Absolutely.
Mr. Jones, Director's Report.
All righty, well, thank you. We were just having a conversation as staff today. Is every park and recreation department like this across the country as far as being bold and being innovative and continuing to move. So I just appreciate the leadership of the board, appreciate the staff as we continue. The status quo is never enough. We want to keep working with the public to keep moving forward. Before I go into our kind of new model, Nick is going to be the director's report today. But I did just want to say thank you for Hannah and your time here, and we appreciate all that you've done for the park board, and it's been great to get to know you. And from behalf of staff, thank you for your service, and we appreciate that. So with that, Mr. Hammett is going to give us a little capital update in Parks and Recreation.
Hey, everybody. So we were having a discussion earlier today about the over-under for this meeting being 5 o'clock, so I've got a filibuster for a couple of minutes here. I took the over. If you want to pull that up, Sarah, I'll get her going. So just a real quick update. Garrett asked for some updates on what are you up to in park planning. I wanted to introduce you to a little bit of the work that we do. Lindsay, good to see you on the board. Next slide, please. I want you to meet our team, of course, myself, Heather Smith, and Barry Ellison. We see Barry often. Heather is new for us. She's been around since the fall, and we're excited to just show you who we are. Next slide talks a little bit about what we do. And we're the ones that try and figure out, what are the conditions of your parks? What do you fix and where? What are the priorities for investing in parks, and how should those things look and function? So that's our work. We live in park projects all day long. So everything from park system planning, community engagement, to project planning, to project implementation. That's us on the right looking at all the cool work that somebody else is doing. Go ahead, next please. Just a real quick hit here. Spokane's park capital funding actually quite low. We took an opportunity to show you this. The blue bar on the bottom left is what the city allocates to park improvement projects every year. It's less than $1 million on average over the last 5 years. We stretched that to get it up to the national average at about $4 million a year through grant money. So a lot of our work is finding money. Next slide, please. What does this look like in terms of projects? Last year, a lot of dog parks that actually got built, which was pretty cool. That's that big blue chunk. A lot of sport court. What's really cool, no bridges. That's a huge change over the last couple of years. So I just wanted to show you that. Next slide. Some of the snapshots from the good work last year. We had a statewide playground grant. This is Minnehaha Park when it wasn't working. There's where it is working. Next slide. Corbin Park was nice and cracked. You can see the cracks are bigger than probably my head. Next slide is a nice new pickleball sport court. Go ahead, next slide, please. Underhill Park was a really fun project in East Central neighborhood, obviously one of the lowest income neighborhoods in the city of Spokane. I don't have a before of this one, but they have a really nice functional sport court and racquetball, tennis ball facility, Next slide, please. Highbridge Dog Park, South Hill Dog Park. Both of these projects came at no cost to us. I mean, personal cost emotionally in the therapy that we had to go through after those meetings. But this is about a $2 million investment that Spokane Public Schools made in infrastructure for the city's park system that we maintain. And I think it's a great example. I think ultimately led us to this Together Spokane idea is that, we can do a lot together. So pretty cool to see that. Next slide. Indian Canyon Golf Course. So we work on your golf courses too. That's your new bunkers. I'm really excited to hit some golf balls into those later this year. I know some Canyonets that might be interested in that too. Very much so. Next slide. So we know we have a lot of work to do. You guys know that. I won't belabor that point. Many of our facilities need work. Next slide, please. This is Harmon Park's shelter, I think, is a great example of what a lot of years of neglect and just inability, insufficient funding will get you. The door on the right, if you were to zoom in on that handle, has some things that you probably don't want to see on it. But it highlights the work that our operations staff do that's incredible and that's disgusting sometimes, but it's our responsibility to try and make these places better for the public. Next slide. So a lot of our work over the last couple of years has really been development of a levy program, which you know a lot about, you heard about today. We supported that wholeheartedly. Next, please. So that's the solution long term, but what are we going to do this year? And I'll give you a couple hints on that, and then we'll go from there. Very much our core services, maintaining care, repair and replace as directed by the park board. We'll spend every dollar you allocate to this and more, usually. Next slide, please. So this year, our capital funding that we're contributing actually ticked up a little bit, but you can see that middle blue bar. We're actually losing against the nationwide average because the grant funding available to us, our matches are less than they've been in the past, and council's been throwing a little extra cash our way that wasn't available this year. So we're a little less than average this year, further highlighting the need for a levy. So that's, again, minor maintenance, repair and replacement, super long project list coming next. Just over $3 million this year. Most of that is Beacon Hill Trailhead project, some pool deck repairs to keep your pools open, some parking lot enhancement at Post Street here outside of Riverfront Park. Coeur d'Alene Park irrigation continues, Riverfront Paw Park. High Bridge Disc Golf Course. We're going to build our first disc golf course that's actually funded completely by the city this year instead of just volunteers, which is really cool. And then some golf course work, and in addition to that, a number of planning and pre-design projects.
Right.
It's a map of where those things are located. You can see there's not as many dots as we'd like, but we'll add more dots if the levy passes. Next slide, please. One current project we want to just highlight, this is under construction contract. We're going to start turning dirt here within the month. This is Beacon Hill, make Beacon Hill public, just outside District 1 on Upriver Drive. This is the Shields Park renovation with new parking lot, new trails, adaptive trail or challenge course for people with mobility impairments, boulder playground so my daughters can climb and fall off and not break anything, hopefully. And some lighting, and a pedestrian-activated beacon across the Centennial Trail, so you can actually ride your bike there and get across Upriver Drive without taking your life in your hands as much. Next slide. And on that same project, the Camp Sakani parking facility trailhead, this is going to have about 100 car parks. They now have about 40. We'll fill every one of those the second this thing opens. That's how many people are using this facility, and new restrooms that they don't have now, which is going to be kind of fun. That's it. I got past 5 o'clock, so I've won the bet.
Great.
Thank you. Any questions?
Thanks, Nick.
Right.
All right.
Thank you, Nick.
Great job.
So with that, I will just let the park board know that what's printed in your little notice here, our next meeting is not April 10th. We had to move it because of spring break absences amongst staff and some of our park board members. Our next meeting will be April 16th at 3:30. So with that, thank you very much for your time and your energy. I'll adjourn the meeting.